My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the Holy Word of God of 22nd April 2023. The pivot, do not be afraid. The indicative of our reflection, the journey of faith is not always smooth sailing. There will be strong winds blowing against, but nothing to worry about. The Lord comes to us. What a sense of clarity of priorities the apostles had. They knew what was their priority. Prayer and ministry of the word are more important than serving at the table. We do not undermine the value of serving at the table because it is a concrete expression of fraternal communion and sharing. However, it should not lead to neglecting the Word of God. Perhaps this is one main thing lacking in the present day church. There is an acute lack of clarity of priorities. Whether it is the lay faithful or consecrated ministers of God, often there is a lot of confusion and distortion of concerns and priorities. Consequently, often secular interests, worldly preoccupations, and organizational and administrative concerns take the upper hand over spiritual concerns and animation of faith and communities. That is why a great amount of time, money, and energy is spent on organizing different activities, conducting monetary transactions, and supervising material tasks rather than building, renewing, and reinforcing the interior spirit, faith, and family relationships. The wisdom of the apostles must dawn on each one, saying, it is not right to neglect the word of God and prayer to serve at the table. It is also a call for living a synodal church. The apostles do not monopolize the whole authority by themselves. They are not scared to decentralize and delegate their authority. Instead, they happily appoint 7 deacons to serve at the table. But what is notable is, though serving at the table is subservient to the higher priority of the ministry of the word and prayer, it is not of less value. It is also a great spiritual ministry. That is why it too needed men of the Spirit, faith, and wisdom. This indicates that every ministry in the church is spiritual and valuable. There is nothing strictly material and spiritual. All are sacred. There should not be any despising and dominating attitude. Instead, there should be an atmosphere of mutual respect and collaboration. Finally, in our synodal journey, we should be prepared to face some storms and unfavorable situations. These may be in the form of misunderstandings and conflicts between the Hellenistic and Jewish Christians, as in the first reading, or these may be in the form of strong winds of problems and challenges, as in the Gospel. There is every possibility to be afraid. It is in such moments we shall hear the assuring voice of the Lord. It is I, do not be afraid. And now the imperative for our life: when the Lord is with us, our fear will subside, the storms against our sailing will subside, and we will arrive at the shore safely. All that is needed is clarity, wisdom, surrender, and commitment.